Well, it's 4:20 p.m. here at the Howling Moon Studios in Northern California. I hope you've had a great week. It certainly has been eventful in many ways. It anyway, it's the weekend, and it's a lovely day here in California, as I hope it is wherever it is you are. I got some music to play. God said to Abraham, kill me a son. Abe said, man, you must be putting me on. God said, no. Abe said, what? God said, you do what you want, Abe, but the next time you see me coming, you better run. Abe said, where you want this killing done? God said, out on Highway 61. Well, Georgia Sammy had a bloody nose. The welfare department wouldn't give him no clothes. He asked Paul. Howard said, what do I do? Howard said, there's only one thing I know. Sam said, better tell me quick, man. You gotta run. Howard just pointed with his gun way down on Highway 61. Mac the Finger said to Louis the King, I got 40 red, white, and blue shoestrings, 1,000 telephones that won't ring. Do you know where I can get rid of these things? Well, Louis the King said, let me think for a minute, son. Well, yes, I think it can be easily done. Take him out on Highway 61. Fifth daughter on the 12th night told the first father that things weren't right. My complexion, she said, well, it's much too white. Come over here, he said, step into this light. He said, you're all right. Tell the second mother this has been done. The second mother was with the seventh son, and they were both out on Highway 61. Roving gambler, he was feeling bored. He wanted to start the next world war. He found a promoter who nearly fell off the floor. Said, I never engaged in this kind of thing before, but yes, I think it can be perfectly easily done. We'll put some bleachers out in the sun and hold it out on Highway 61. So today I'm starting out with songs about the road, about travel-related themes, and throughout the show I'll have a bunch of songs about that. And there's no particular driver for that other than with the band I've done a fair amount of travel lately, and let's just put it this way, travel gets to be more and more undignified as time goes by. It's like they just find new ways to make it more complicated. Let us be lovers who marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so I bought a pack of cigarettes Mrs. Wagner piled and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said, so we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh. Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took us 4 days to hitch back from Saginaw. Now I've come look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, his bow tie, his really a camera. Toss me a cigarette, think there's one in my raincoat. We smoked the last one an hour ago. So I gazed at the scenery. She read her magazine. Over an open field. Kathy, I'm lost, said though I knew she was sleeping. I'm empty and aching and I don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've all come look for a man. So tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to be in Novato, California, just north of Golden Gate Bridge, playing at a beautiful place called Stafford Lake, which is a public park. And this is Sunshine Daydream 2, the second one-day festival being staged by Phil Lesch's two sons, Graham and Brian. And the first one, which was just a spectacular success a little bit more than a month ago, was in San Rafael. They're trying the two locations, kind of a Sunday afternoon thing. So there's three bands. Phil Lesh with the Terrapin All-Star Band, they're the headliner. Then Melvin Seals with JGB, and then us. Now, we open the show at noon. The doors are at 11. We play noon to 1. And you can imagine we're pretty fired up about this. They've sold a ton of tickets for it. I think it's going to be just a really, really fun thing. And I hope all of you will come out because, I hope you'll see us, but see the other bands too. I mean, we're obviously really close friends with all of them and encourage you to stay and see them. And then, of course, next weekend, Friday night, we'll be in San Francisco at the Chapel. That's a 8 o'clock doors situation. Indoors, lights by Mad Alchemy, and we'll do an acoustic set and electric set. And then Saturday night, the 2nd, the next night, we'll be down in Felton at the Felton Music Hall doing the same basic thing, but without the Mad Alchemy lights. We're pretty fired up about this because, we haven't been able to do our own shows for a while. We've mostly been doing kind of festival settings, and so the chance to really stretch out and play our whole show is something that we're really excited about because it hadn't happened for a while. And the notion of playing acoustic sets is something that, the one time we tried it at Sweetwater was just unbelievably fun. And we're psyched to do it again. Anyway, this is a song that I wrote during quarantine. Not about quarantine, I just happened to write it then. When your mood is dark and the sky is gray, you need to find a place to go, a place to get away. Just put on a movie and lighten up your day, where lovers meet and in the end everything works out okay. Hold me, hug me, love me like there's no tomorrow. You'll be Vic and I'll be Ilsa Lund. Hold me, hug me, love will wash away the sorrow. Casablanca, here we come. When we have to scramble just to pay the rent, we earn decent money, who knows where it went. We can watch a movie and brighten up our day, as long as we're together, everything works out okay. Hold me, hug me, love me like there's no tomorrow. You'll be Rick and I'll be Ilsa Lund. Hold me, hug me, love will wash away the sorrow. Casablanca, here we come. We could place a bet at a table watched by Rick, while Sam plays piano, sharing wisdom with each lick. Maybe we'll spot Louis or Ferrari at the bar, then catch the plane to Lisbon. It's not far. Hold me, hug me, love me like there's no tomorrow. You'll be Rick and I'll be Ilsa Lund. Hold me, hug me, love will wash away the sorrow. Casablanca, here we come. Casablanca, here we come. Riding on City of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound out of sea, the train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls on past houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no name, and freight yachts full of old black men, graveyards of the rusted automobile. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, now, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call City of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Playing cards with the old men in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. That's the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels are rumbling beneath the floor. Sons of Pullman porters, the sons of engineers, ride their father's magic carpet made of steel. Mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to that gentle beat. The rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Saint, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train to come, city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. Changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi, darkness down to the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. The steel rails still ain't heard the news. Conductor sings his song again. Passengers will please refrain. This old train got the disappearing railroad blues. Good morning, America, how are you? Saint, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Good night, America, how are you? Saint, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Wash your hands in my fingerboard, baby, then let your panties dry. I let you hold my fuzzy peaches if you let me taste your pie. You may hold my peaches, baby, you may drive my car. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest star. You can take all my money, honey, you gotta take me as well. I wouldn't know how I'd live without you, but then you never can tell. You still my sugar, baby, you still lick my jaw. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest star. I will clean your chimney, baby, when you need your ashes home. I'll unclog your carburetor, baby, when your car has stalled. You may try to leave me, baby, you won't get too far. In my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest star. I know we'll grow together, two sweet peas in a pod. Lovey-dovey senior citizens may strike some as I would do whatever you ask, I'll follow you to Mars. 'Cause in my constellation, baby, I need you now, I don't mean maybe. In my constellation, baby, in my constellation, baby, you know you're the brightest, you've always been the brightest, you are the brightest star. So COVID is still out there, folks. Last weekend, California Kind, which includes Barry and John and Pete, but also Rob Baracco and Katie Skeen, had a weekend of shows, including one at Sweetwater on Sunday, in which I participated. And, well, long story short, after we played at the ballpark on Friday, on Saturday morning, Rob Baracco sent everybody a message saying, "Oh, hate to tell you this, but I tested positive." That was, I mean, fortunately his symptoms weren't too serious, so that was really encouraging. But, you know, obviously that raised an issue for all of us because we'd all played together at the ballpark on Friday. And then Katie tests positive. I think it was crack of dawn Monday, having played this gig with everybody on Sunday, and then driving back to LA with John. So far, nobody else has gotten it, which is unbelievably good news, and would be a great argument for wearing masks. But keep your fingers crossed, because we're right in the danger zone right now. And I sure hope nobody got it. And I hope both Rob and Katie a speedy recovery. That's what I wish them both. Darkness fell so slowly, it caught us unaware. Like a frog in water, warming to a boil. From bad to worse, and then beyond, every beauty spoiled. Black as night, bled by midnight oil. Divide and conquer was their game. Fear the favorite too. Boogeymen are coming after you. Truth in its outrageous lies, beauty for the fools. Just like history books we read in school. Daylight came on Tuesday, the first light clears the air. The madness that would not end finally does. Leave your fears behind, find someone to love. We can start to dream again because it's daylight. Daylight casts its shadow, none compares with night. Daylight freshens every living thing. Cool breeze from the meadow. Blindness turns to sight. Winter turns to spring. The sun shines bright. Somewhere, somehow, someone always tries to take control, preying on the weak and timid mind. Praying in the power, let's try not to forget 'em. No one can put us down if we don't let 'em. Daylight came on Tuesday. First light clears the air. Madness would not end, find it up. Leave your fears behind, find someone to love. We can start to dream again because it's daylight. I don't know if any of you guys watched the so-called Republican debate on Wednesday, or the ridiculous kind of OJ-like focus on, getting the mug shot on Thursday. And you realize, man, are we focused on the wrong stuff or what? I mean, just the whole thing is nuts. It's like everything's a spectacle. And it's too bad, right? Because a lot of these things are really serious. But we can sing. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. You don't believe in Jesus? Well, not one word he said. When you come on down to Lazarus' grave, watch him rise from the dead. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. I've got fiery fingers, well, I've got fiery hands. When I get up in heaven above, I'm gonna play in that fiery band. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. I know I've got religion, I know I ain't ashamed. The Holy Ghost is my witness, yes, and the angels done signed my name. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Well, I can't walk on water, well, I can't walk on air. If I gotta walk up to kingdom come, well, you know I'm gonna make it there. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. world. Send this one out to Gail Barnes. Sunlight through a hotel window, marina swaying wide, gentle swells and harbor smells, afternoon and night, voices from the cafe tables, the soundtrack for their life. She dreamed he'd be a memory soon, she dreamed he'd be his wife. He said, I think you're lovely, he said you always glow, he said you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said you take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. Twilight turns to evening, evening turns to night. Heartbeat slows and traffic flows, artificial light. Voices from the street below, voices in his head. And from a dream she stood before him, this is what he said. He said, I think you're lovely, he said you always glow, he said you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said you take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. She said, I'm glad you think that I'm as perfect as can be. I only wish I saw in you the things you see in me. With that she turned and left him, standing by the door. And as she disappeared, he cried and echoed, forevermore. You know you're lovely, you know you always glow, you know you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. You know you take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. And in his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know It's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, rain will come a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down sunny day? Yesterdays and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever all it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down sunny day? Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain shining down on a sunny day? All right, we're coming into that time of year again, and it's been on my mind, so I'm going to sing a song about it. Santa Ana winds blow and the hills catch fire. Town burns up like a funeral pyre. No matter what happens, no matter what fails, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Bad day at work in the blistering sun, you busted your butt, the job was no fun. Your pickup got towed and they made you eat kale. Bad dog is waiting and wagging its tail. Whoa, no, you better not bad. You may be angry or you may be sad. The one thing you can count on when you get out of jail, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. You drive a Lyft all day and Uber all night. You fall asleep at a traffic light. When you finally get home to a bottle of ale, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Whoa, no, no matter how bad, you may be angry or you may be sad. The one thing you can count on when you get out of jail, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Alone, there's nowhere to go. You better move fast, but they make you move slow. There's just one cure that never fails. That's a doggy that's waiting, a doggy that's wagging his tail. Santa Ana winds blow and the hills catch fire. Town burns up like a funeral pyre. No matter what happens, no matter what down, your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Will be waiting and wagging its tail. Your doggy will be waiting and wagging its tail. Many's the time I've been mistaken, many times confused. Yes, and I've often felt forsaken, certainly misused. It's alright, just weary to my bone. Still, you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant, so far away from home, so far away from home. I don't know a soul who's not been battered, don't have a friend who feels at ease, don't know a dream that's not been shattered, driven to its knees. It's alright, we live so well so long. Still, when I think the road we're traveling on, I wonder what's gone wrong. That's right, now I wonder what's gone wrong. And I dreamed I was dying, I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, gazing back down on me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying on up above, my eyes can show to see Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. We come on the ship they call the Mayflower, come on the ship, sail the moon. We come in the hedges most uncertain hour, playing an American tune. It's alright, can't be forever blind. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another working day. I'm trying to get some rest. That's right, now I'm trying to get some rest. Need some tuning here. I've got the key to the highway, built out about to go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's moves too slow. I'm going back to the border where I'm better known. 'Cause no, I ain't done nothing. You drove a good man from home. So when the moon peeks over the mountain, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna roam this old highway until the break of day. Oh, give me one more kiss, mama, just before I go. 'Cause when I leave this time, I won't be back no more. I got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. I'm going back to the border, that's where I'm better known. You know you haven't done nothing. You drove a good man from home. You know you haven't done nothing. You drove a good man from home. I mean, one of the great things about that song is that the version of it that I think, well, certainly got my attention the first time I was aware of that song, and probably for a lot of people, is the Derek and the Dominoes recording on Layla, on that album, the original 2LP album. And the thing is, you know, if you remember, they missed the downbeat. The thing goes kind of in time, but they pressed the machine to record after the band's already started. And you just wonder, was that the first beat, or was there more going on beforehand? And I just don't know the answer, but I've always been curious. Say the truth will set you free. Now I packed my bags, grabbed the keys. Now I'm asking, baby, please, may I follow you across the sea, sailing to the island of you, hoping that there's room there for two. It may be far away, but if you let me in, I'll stay. Until the end of time, I'll be true. I got lost and rocked the boat. I'd take any ride that floats. I'll sail blind without a chart, 'cause I know the way by heart. Sailing to the island of you, hoping that there's room there for two. Maybe far away, but if you let me in, I'll stay. Till the end of time, I'll be true. Alone at night, I dream that you will let me in your life. When I'm feeling lucky, I dream you'll be my wife. Sailing to the island of of you, hoping that there's room there for two. It may be far away, but if you let me in, I'll stay. Until the end of time, I'll be true. It may be far away, if you let me in, I'll stay. Till the end of time, I'll be true. Childhood living is easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hand. Wild horses couldn't drag you away. Wild horses couldn't drag you away. I watched you suffer, dull ache and pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit, horror stage line. You make me feel better, or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living. after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. So one of the things that I find, incredibly frustrating right now is the way the rule of law is basically being suppressed to protect the feelings of basically a bunch of insurrectionists. And I just do not get that. I do not get why, people on their way to the jail in order to be mugshotted and arrested, can have a motorcade with, God, I don't know, what was it, 50, 100 police motorcycles? I mean, what's that all about? This I do not understand. Again, we enforce the rule of law against a lot of innocent people of color, using the rule of law as a way of keeping people down. And the fact that we don't have even remotely similar approach to how we deal with people with privilege is one of the reasons why we have insurrections. At least that's my sense. Anyway, this is a song that's sort of about that. They sent us a message filled with scorn. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We focused on the message, trembling in our hand. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means they don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are running out the door. But the thing that really hurts us, that breaks our hearts in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. We asked them a question, got a message in return. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We looked again in silence at the message in our hand. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means that you don't love us, don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are walking out the door. But the thing that really hurts us, that breaks our hearts in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. I can't believe this bullshit after all we've been through. Oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, I owe you. So we're gonna gonna send a message not so warm. It'll say, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We hope that it confuses them and messes up their plan. It takes them a minute, a whole lot of minutes, a lifetime of minutes for them to understand. A lifetime, you hear me? A lifetime. Hopefully it's all spent in the sneezer. These people, I don't know. I mean, it's all about power. And it's sort of like they don't care how they get it. They don't care who gets hurt. And I think to myself, what a horrible way to go through life, being that cynical, and that self-centered. But that's an awful lot of the power structure these days. Certainly in corporate America, big part of politics, religion. So it's like, government. I mean, we just, enough to make you feel like you want to say to people, Foxtrot uniform. Anyway. It takes them a minute, a whole lot of minutes, a lifetime of minutes for them to understand. This is a song I haven't played forever, and for some reason it just popped in my head. My love, she speaks like silence, without ideas of violence. She doesn't have to say she's faithful, 'cause she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses, make promises by the hour. My love, she laughs like the flowers Valentine's can buy her. In the dime stores and bus station, people talk a situation, read books, repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall. Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and that failure is no success at all. The cloak and dagger dangles, madams light the candles, ceremonies of the horseman, even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks, crumbling into one another. My love, she winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. Bridge at midnight trembles, the country doctor rambles, a banker's nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer, the night blows cold and rainy. My love, she's like summer raven at my window with a broken wing. Well, I can't believe this. I'm at the last song. I'm looking, I have this thing. Anyway, I undershot today, which is probably good because I've been going long. But tomorrow, big show. Again, it'll be in Novato. This is the Sunshine Daydream #2, hosted by Brian and Graham Lesh. They've organized it. Headliner will be Phil Lesh and the Terrapin All-Star Band. Melvin Seals with JGB, and Moonalice. We go from 12 until 1. It's going to be a beautiful setting. It's going to be a fantastic thing. They've done this once before, and they've shown they really know what they're doing. I think they've sold at least 1,500 tickets, so I think it's going to be a really fun and festive afternoon. So I hope you'll come out for that. Again, we're noon until 1. Gates are at 11. It's at the Stafford Lake Park in Novato. And then Friday, we'll be in San Francisco at the Chapel indoors with the Mad Alchemy lights, acoustic set, and then an electric set. We're very fired up to do the acoustic thing again. And then Saturday, which is September 2nd, that will be a show at the Felton Music Hall in Felton, California. So we're super excited to do that one. It'll also be acoustic and electric. And we're just, we're fired up to get the band back playing sets where, we get to do a whole show instead of just like an hour. And so we hope you'll come out for these. It really does matter. We don't get to play that many shows because with so many people, it's hard to organize it. But we do hope that when we do play, people will come. So thanks so much for watching this. One more song and then we'll hit the road. Baby said you're traveling on the 1 after 909. Said move over, honey, traveling on that line. Said move her once, move her twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said traveling on the 1 after 909. Said begged not to go, begged her on my bended knee. Said you're only fooling around with me. Said move her once, move her twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said traveling on the 1 after 909. Picked up the bag, ran to the station. Railman said, got the wrong location. Picked up the bag, run right home. Then I find I got the number wrong. Well, my baby said traveling on the 1 after 909. Said move over, honey, traveling on that line. Said move her once, move her twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said traveling on the 1 after 90. Said traveling on the 1 after 90. Said traveling on the 1 after 909. One thing I didn't mention, on the third Saturday in September, there's going to be the Ain't Necessarily Dead Fest in Auburn, California, which is an event Moonalice has played almost every year. It's happened. This year it's not going to happen, though, because Barry's going to be out with Bob Weir and Wolf Brothers, which is really exciting. I really encourage you to go see that. But if you can make it up to Auburn, I'm going to play a set with Stu Allen, just the two of us acoustic. Stu is the headliner with his band, but he's also going to play a set with me. And I'm really fired about that. When we played at the ballpark, we played, Stu sat in with us, and I'm hoping that, something might work out for tomorrow, too. But then he and I are going to do that thing at the Ain't Necessarily Dead Fest, and that should be really fun. That's one of the great events, especially since they moved it into September, so it's not 100 degrees out. It'll be 75. It'll be literally just perfect. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed playing it. And next weekend there will not be a show because we're going to be playing our gig down in Felton. But I do hope to be back the week after that. So thank you to Patrick, as always, for putting this on. Thank you to Ann for putting up with me. And, let's just remember to take really good care of each other. It's such a weird time, and a lot of people are struggling. And so we just want to be attentive to the possibility that we could be helpful. All right. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.